Welcome to the very first episode of How to Price. Probably the most important lesson is always use value-based pricing. Value-based pricing is a really simple concept to understand. It means charge what your customers are willing to pay. I get it, it's not easy to do. We never know what our customers are willing to pay, but that's really the goal. That's where we want to get to. And in fact, when we think about doing value-based pricing, I never think about how do you get exact, how do you get it right? It's always how do you get closer and closer? How do we do a better job at estimating willingness to pay? How do we do a better job at pricing closer to that willingness to pay? Now, probably the single biggest competitor to value-based pricing is cost-plus pricing. Most hardware companies still do some form of cost-plus pricing. Software companies who do cost-plus pricing are actually embarrassing to me, and we'll talk about a little bit why in a couple more lessons. Look for the cost plus death spiral lesson for that one. But let's talk about why cost plus doesn't make any sense and why willingness to pay makes all the sense in the world. Let's pretend for a second that it costs you $10 to make something, that you want to make 50 points of margin, so that means you're going to sell it for $20. And that's the way finance thinks, and that makes sense, I get it. So now let's go out and find a customer. Here we've got a buyer, we can charge him $20 and maybe he chooses to pay us $20 and awesome, we just got our 50 points of margin. Maybe he doesn't choose to pay us $20. But here's the question, what if you knew what that customer was willing to pay? What if that customer was willing to pay us $50? How much would you charge him? I'm thinking $50 would be a really good number or something close to that. So the customer's willing to pay us $50, our costs go up to $20, how much do we charge that customer? $50. Our costs go up to $30. How much do we charge that customer? $50. If we charge the customer $60, they're not going to buy because their willingness to pay was only $50. What we find is that customers' willingness to pay should be driving our pricing decisions, not our costs, not other things. Now, there are many things that come into the decision. I get it completely, but understand the single most important thing you can do when it comes to pricing is adopt this attitude of value-based pricing, and value-based pricing simply means charge what our customers are willing to pay. See you in the next episode.